Hi. So I'd like to give you a little background about my life and how I got to this point to understand transition states and the importance of transition states. In a way, I've kind of always been in a transition state. When I was very young, like many children, I was interested in dinosaurs. And back when I was a child, they still didn't know how dinosaurs had vanished. So that vanishing of this species that had lived for millions of years and then just gone was a very existential reality to me. It hit me on a level that really made me think deeply about what it means for something to exist and then not exist. So needless to say, I was thinking about death at a very young age. I would also be highly aware that anybody could die at any time, that could just happen and nobody could control it. And that reality haunted me and forced me to try to find answers for it. Now, first I looked to God. I went to a Catholic school, so I was surrounded by theology, but I realized very quickly that they did not know why suffering existed. They did not really know what heaven was. It was something they believed in, and that didn't really comfort me, because the reality of death was wider than their idea of what was coming. So I had to keep searching. And this drove me through a series of checking out different philosophies. By the time I was a teenager, I wound up being a Satanist, determining, having the only orientation point, that there is good and there is evil fighting each other. Evil looks like it's winning, so I figured I must be evil. That, and dealing with images in my mind that I had seen since I was a child in dreams, horrible nightmares that I had no context for. In about 8 or 9 years after this, I would have context for those, but I did not at this time. Needless to say, I found that anger did not help me, and the path of Satanism was not a fulfilling end. I wound up in Eastern philosophy at that point, which takes a very different view of the divine and of the interaction between positive and negative. They don't really see good and bad as being in a conflict like we do in the West. They see positive and negative, yin and yang, as being in a dance, not trying to eliminate each other, but trying to interact with each other, establish a relationship. And that made much more sense to me. I was a Buddhist monk for many, many years. Then I found the limits of that. And that led me more into the question and the power of the question, which is where I'm at right now. The valuing the power of the question. I myself do not hold any beliefs. I love belief, but I find the question to be more powerful. So I focus on the question. And we'll talk a lot more about that. But for now, I'm just going to leave it on the importance of the question. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like us and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified for when we post new videos. We really would encourage you to ask any questions that you have. We would love to answer them and address them in any way possible. And we will talk to you soon. And remember, stay focused on the question.